Now we're going to deal with these two specific H3 elements. Now, I'll point out when I worked in the magazine business as a designer, I would just go to the editor and ask them to do a little wordsmithing. Sometimes add words, sometimes take them away. So we could certainly shorten to favorite websites. And then we could probably shorten this type, certainly. But I really want to get across that they're favorite quotes about design and also fabrication, and that they're in no particular order. So wordsmithing these isn't really going to do the trick. So we're going to use a custom class. And we may have to use two classes because there's less words here than here. Okay? So let's go to exercise. Let's go to our pen, and we will find our H3s. So there's H3 interest. Now I could put comments in here to help me separate this and make them easier to find, and I might do that at one point. All right, so we have this H3 and we have this H3. So let's go ahead and add a class, and we're going to use this to target or hook to our selector in our rules. So class equals. Now we have to come up with a meaningful name, and maybe this is just, adjust length. All right, and this could be adjust length 1, adjust length 2, whatever's going to make sense to you. So maybe even go as far as mod, and sometimes it's good to shorten your names. So mod length, and we'll do mod length 1. Now remember, IDs certainly never a good idea to begin with numbers. You can use numbers, but just don't put them at the beginning. That is especially true with IDs, with identifiers. Do not begin with numbers. All right, so to save a little time, to make up for that lengthy explanation right there on using numbers, I'll just copy, and let's add our class, and we'll modify this to 2. Okay, so we should be able to now go after our H3, and I'll just paste in all of this, and I could have just typed it out, just being lazy here. So we'll do dot mod length, or modify length 1, and let's go ahead and add our curly braces, and we're going to adjust the width. So let's set the width, and our original width was 300, and there's not a lot of words in this one, but let's try 500 px. Okay, and then we're just going to copy mod length 1, and we'll paste, and we'll just change the name, and we'll do mod length 2, and let's try 700, and then we will save, and let's see what has happened, if in fact we get the change we're looking for. And we will scroll down, and it works. Excellent. Sometimes I surprise myself. All right, so we obviously could make this one shorter, and we could make this one slightly shorter. And let's go ahead and do that. Now, I should point out, if we had a whole bunch more text in between these headings, then this dramatic contrast in length wouldn't be nearly as noticeable. Okay, and then again, what we're doing is we're doing something with an absolute value. So this is more in discussing and demonstrating a concept. There would likely be a better way to do this if we were dealing with a responsive layout. But again, we're not there as far as responsive layouts, and this is more just to demonstrate different things you can do with your CSS presentation. All right, so being said, let's go ahead and adjust these lengths slightly. So I'm going to try 450 and 620. Let's just do a guess here. Save and update. This one's better. We can make this one, I'm just going to guess, we could probably take another 50 to 70 pixels off of this. So let's try 390. And we'll update. And we'll scroll down. Now they're pretty consistent. We can make this one a little shorter, but we're okay. Now, what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to deal with the main element. And we're going to make the main element appear somewhat like the header as far as its width. We could add a background, we could add a border. We'll try a couple different things and see what looks best visually.